KUB provides customers with tree pruning options that may better fit your needs for a specific tree. Depending on the size, age, health, and other factors, some trees, such as our large old hardwoods, may meet KUB's criteria to be labeled a special status tree. Although we can never ignore a tree that is growing into the power lines, we can make some exceptions to the standard pruning requirements on special status trees. Our crews make an effort to be aware of these trees, but please contact us if you feel your tree meets this criteria. KUB encourages customers to plant only low-growing trees near power lines. But if a tall but slow-growing tree already exists beside lines, KUB foresters will evaluate the species, branching structure, and proximity of the tree to the lines to determine if we can make an exception to the standard required clearance. Examples of such trees are hollies and magnolias. If your tree must be pruned, you may request that KUB consider removing the tree instead, particularly if more than 25% of the tree's canopy will be pruned in any one growing season. Removal may be a good option if you have a tree that will need extensive pruning or if you think you will be unhappy with the resulting shape of the tree. If the tree is dead, unhealthy, or unsound, you may also consider asking KUB about removing the tree. If you and KUB agree it's better to remove the tree, KUB's standard agreement calls for cutting the tree and removing the brush. Due to cost, KUB does not typically remove stumps or wood, but we will cut the trunk into 18-inch lengths. If a significant tree has to be removed to keep power lines safe, we may be able to offer you a replacement tree. We will plant the tree in your yard in a mutually agreed-on location that will not interfere with overhead or underground utilities. If you're offered a replacement tree and do not want it placed in your yard, you may donate the tree for KUB to plant in a community planting somewhere in our service area. As part of our efforts to help beautify our community, KUB has an active community tree planting program. Another option is to pay to have the power lines relocated or moved underground. However, relocating power lines underground is an expensive option that may not be right for everyone. It costs approximately $1 million for each mile of existing power line that is moved from overhead to underground. Or you can elect to hire at your expense a private tree service to prune your trees. Remember, working around power lines is extremely dangerous and should only be done by someone specially trained and qualified for that type of work. Your tree contractor must prune to KUB specifications. Please contact Vegetation Management if you wish to have a private service prune your tree. A forester will provide a form for you to sign that includes the guidelines the service must follow and the date when the work must be completed. We would be happy to speak with you to address any of your questions or discuss tree pruning work on your property or your being present during the pruning. Please call us with any questions as soon as you learn about upcoming work in your area so that we have time to discuss options with you before crews reach your property. Contact us if you have any questions regarding our tree pruning program.